Yo, YouTube, y'all look, bro. Talk to me, bro. So, they say T Grizzley didn't set his auntie up. What the fuck? They said that T Grizzley set his auntie up, shocking new evidence, rumors, and 600 Wu-Tang arrests. Let's see, what the fuck? I thought she had just, you know what I'm saying? I thought they was going somewhere and she had got shot. I didn't know this. Hold on.
Did T Grizzley get his aunt pregnant and then set her up to get killed?
Pregnant?
Rumors have been flying.
Huh?
Today we're breaking down the whole crazy.
Hold on. Wait. Hear that again?
Did T Grizzley get his aunt pregnant and then set her up to get killed? Rumors have been flying.
Pregnant?
And today we're breaking down the whole crazy story. T Grizzley's aunt JB quit her job back in 2016 so she could become his manager and help him kick off his rap career. She was the only one in the family who believed in him. And that's what makes this whole story so crazy. Back in 2019, T and JB were in Detroit and stopped at T's cousin's crib. JB stayed in the whip while T went to the house. And that's when a shooter ran up, opened up the car door, and shot JB to death. JB getting killed like that was shocking. And at first, everyone thought that T Grizzley was the target and JB was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. A couple months after the shooting, T dropped a song for JB and raps. I pray they don't go to jail. I want them dead. I'm just listening to the streets, hearing everything they saying. I'm just waiting on the name. I'm just praying that they say it. Give a fuck if it's the mayor, nigga. Million on his head. It looked like T Grizzley was.
I ain't gonna lie. If y'all didn't listen to that song, it's called Satis. I don't know how to say it. Satisfish. I don't know, my nigga. But rest in peace, his auntie. That is tough. How like them Detroit niggas, they don't give a fuck. They shooting females now. Even though, like, you know, but like, damn, even though if they open the whip and seen her, I feel like you shouldn't have just fired. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're supposed to go after the main target, but I don't know. That's just me on the hood. That shit. Niggas shouldn't shoot. Females shouldn't be in it unless they want to be in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Most hoes will try to set a nigga up. So don't, you feel me? So don't get it fucked up like a hoe won't get smoked. You hear me? Because these hoes grind me. And you got to pay, man, you got to pay attention to these bitches, fool.
Something off about how he talks about the situation. First of all, T Grizzley was playing Call of Duty while he was having an interview about his aunt. And most of the time, it seemed like he was more interested in the game. JB was one of T's closest family members and was a big reason he even had a rap career. But T Grizzley almost sounded bored when he was talking about what went down on the night she died. A couple months before the interview, T Grizzley said he was putting the ticket on the shooters' heads and didn't want the cops to find them first. But then he switched up completely during the interview and said that he wanted the police to handle it.
My people was telling me I gotta be emotional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just act on it. You know what I'm saying? Let the police handle it. So I just let the police handle it.
People handle losses like that in different ways. But now there's way more evidence.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. If somebody shoot my auntie and shoot her with nigga, and I was just in there, nigga, they dying. Nigga, fuck the police. They finna die. Fuck is you talking about, nigga?
To get
my
killed.
auntie? Are you for real?
July 2025.
Hey, my granny, somebody dying here.
A dude affiliated with 600 named Wu-Tang was arrested for killing JB. What's crazy is that the cops have been on Wu-Tang for years and found him with a murder weapon back in 2020. But the news just started coming out, and Wu-Tang's lawyer said some crazy things about T being involved with JB's death. T Grizzley came up in Detroit. After he started popping off in the rap.
Ain't that the nigga that used to run with dirt? Damn.
Rap game, he linked up with Tay Capone from 600. T Grizzley even dissed one of 600's ops on an unreleased version of the track No Effort when he rapped, "Extendo on the Glock, that bitch long as a pogo. Let Lil Durk music get you hype, enjoying JoJo." After that, T started rocking with Lil Durk and his OTF crew. But T's closest tie to 600 was through Buka 600. So when a 600 affiliate named Wu-Tang got booked for killing T's aunt JB, a lot of people thought it meant T was beefing with them. But the real story is way deeper than that. Wu-Tang got caught with the gun that killed JB and the whip used on the hit all the way back in 2020. And according to another dude from Chicago named Kid.
Bro, when I tell y'all, these niggas, dog, these killers, fool, y'all niggas are slow. Back in the gap, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like when my folks was telling me how they used to get off, man, they ain't nowhere near dumb as these motherfuckers. They used to, boy, you couldn't even, man, I'm not saying too much, huh?
Everyone in the streets already knew about who got booked for killing JB.
Man, I knew about that in the feds, man. Y'all ain't know about that here? Y'all wasn't on.
We never heard about that. No.
Man, let's break down the signs. T Grizzley auntie got killed. When the last time you saw him and Dirt on the side of each other? Remember before that happened?
They used to be close.
Like best friends.
They was like that.
before he started having...
Cause I remember that they made a song called Third Person that was so hard. Ooh, that bitch was hard. Hold on.
When Lil Baby was T Grizzley and Lil Durk, right?
Mm-hmm. They was close.
Okay, I remember that.
Bro, I was in the feds and I heard about that. Y'all playing crazy. Y'all ain't know that. Who the is this though? It's a goofy. I don't know no Wu-Tang, Do-Tang, Shoot-Tang.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that nigga.
All I know his ass is locked up in Detroit for T Grizzly, Auntie.
If King Yella and everyone else knew who allegedly pulled the trigger on her, that means T Grizzly probably did too. And now we're gonna break down why he's been moving suspiciously ever since she died. T Grizzly has still been rocking with Lil Durk, OTF,
Smart.
600 after JB got killed. And in 2023, Lil
How
Durk
y'all feel
shot
about
T
Durk
up
getting
with
locked up
track
too? That's
300
tough.
and rapped, "You ain't my
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I feel like Dirk barbecue.
blood.
Me personally.
You can't listen to T
I'm
Grizzly
talking
with
about
me. Durk
barbecue.
and T Grizzly obviously weren't
He was
beef.
a duck.
But what's crazy about the track?
You gonna do some shit like that in
Durk
Cali,
also
nigga?
said, "You a
Man,
gangster
you know
around
these
her,
niggas 10 steps
you a
ahead.
gangster around me.
You stupid than a
Gangster around
motherfucker,
us,
dude.
you a
Trick.
gangster around C. If they call you back door, man, you get from around me."
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks.
Click up.
I start by brain dumping everything I need to get.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me see.
And
Let me see.
according to
Let me see
rumors,
going here.
T Grizzly backdoored his own aunt using shooters from 600. People think T Grizzly was self-snitching on the track he made for JB after she died. T was telling everybody that the hit was meant for him and rapped, "Look how they try to do me, but got JB. Man, that jealousy's so real. Man, that hate's so deep." But then he claimed the shooter saw it wasn't him and still
Real
killed her.
shit.
And
That's what I'm
said,
saying.
"Man, that envy shit's so real. You make it out these streets. You saw it wasn't me and still shot. What she do to you?" What doesn't make any sense though
That's-
is how T Grizzly would have known that the shooter saw it was JB and not him. T made the track right after JB died.
Okay, now to piggy off with what bro just said, gang, like they literally had to see her though, right? They had to open up and see he wasn't in there, right? That's what I'm thinking, right?
And back
Right.
then, nobody thought she was the actual
I
target.
don't know.
It looked like T Grizzly was trying to get ahead of the rumors though when he rapped, "Hey JB, I wish I was sitting outside with you and I was in that back with you. And you know your favorite rapper wouldn't have never let them guys get you. I would have shot him, left him dying leaking in the street, wouldn't have ran, would have smoked the runs and watched that man go to sleep. And you think they came for her? Man, you know they came for me." What didn't make sense though is why T Grizzly would want JB dead. T Grizzly started rapping when he was a kid in Detroit.
She really
He had a
fine.
crew called All Stars Ball Hard, aka ASBH. They started dropping music on YouTube in 2011, but T Grizzly was still in the streets and went to jail on a robbery charge in 2014. After he came home, JB was the only one in the family who supported his rap career.
Damn.
T's mom had been sentenced to 20 years on drug charges in 2011, and his dad got killed in 2012. But JB was still there to support him. JB had married T's uncle when T was around 10 years old. So she
Hey,
had
y'all,
known
hold
most of his
on. Give me
life.
2 seconds. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. My plug. I said, hold on. Oh shit. Oh shit, y'all. My bad. Look, let's do.
And when he came home from
My
prison,
bad, y'all.
wanted
My
to take
bad.
rap seriously.
Had
JB
to
quit
go
her
up.
job and started
I had
managing
to go
it.
get right.
JB even gave T the money to shoot his first day out video.
Okay,
That's
first
the
day
stuff
out.
that made him pop off, and T got a deal with 300 Entertainment and Atlantic Records in 2017. JB didn't have any experience in the rap game before she started managing T Grizzley, but she figured it out fast and even started managing other artists like Sada Baby. JB was always
For
working
real?
behind the scenes to help T out, and she even fixed his hair for him before he did interviews. T Grizzley and JB were really close, but after the news blew up in 2025 about 600 Wu-Tang killing JB, rumors started flying about why T Grizzley might have set JB up. One rumor was that JB was playing with T's money and taking something off the top. There was no evidence that JB was stealing from T though, and the next rumor makes more sense, even though it's crazier. Some people think T Grizzley got JB pregnant and then had her killed to cover it up. Those rumors only started picking up steam in 2025.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
What's suspicious about it
That don't
is that
sound
right
right.
after JB died, T Grizzley dropped a track for her and rapped, "Loved each other way more than we loved life. Was so close, people thought we had a love life." Now it's looking like T Grizzley was trying to get ahead of the story by rapping about it before anyone was even talking about it. It turns out that JB wasn't actually pregnant when she died, but that only came out because 600 Wu-Tang's defense lawyers bringing T Grizzley up in the case. The lawyers claiming that T Grizzley paid for the hit, so the prosecutors brought in the coroner's report that proved JB wasn't pregnant when she died. That doesn't mean T Grizzley wasn't hooking up with her though. According to some sources, JB's husband got locked up a few months before she died.
Amazon is overcharging you,
That is
but I can show
crazy.
you how to.
How y'all feel about that
Don't
shit?
spend another dime on
Man, shut
Amazon.
the fuck up. Get out
That's
of
when
here.
T
Don't
Grizzley
talk about
started.
Amazon. How y'all feel about that though? Y'all think he really was probably hitting that? But that's sick, nigga. What the fuck? Hitting your auntie? What kind of sick nigga doing that? Nigga, that's tough.
Taking her down.
The fuck?
JB and T Grizzley weren't related by blood.
That's some sick
She had
shit,
been his
man.
aunt since he was 10 years old, so the situation was still crazy. T Grizzley has always said that the shooters wanted to take him out instead of JB, but that doesn't make any sense when you know how the hit went down. According to police reports, 600 Wu-Tang was waiting by the crib where JB died for 2 hours before she got there. They used his phone to track the location, and 600 Wu-Tang probably didn't have any other reason to be chilling in a random Detroit hood for 2 hours. That evidence also goes against T Grizzley's story. According to him, he had to make a last-second stop at the crib to grab something, but the evidence shows that the shooter must have known where T Grizzley and JB were going to be. Another thing that makes T Grizzley look guilty is what his driver said about the shooting. According to the driver, T Grizzley got out of the whip, and only 45 seconds later is when the shooter opened up the door and shot JB to death. That means T Grizzley was probably still outside the whip when the shooter came up.
Right.
There's almost no way they wouldn't have seen T Grizzley standing out
That's
there.
what I'm
T
saying.
Grizzly's a huge dude.
That's no,
It would've been
that's
hard to miss him standing on the
bro.
street.
He explaining that shit to the T. Like, it's hard not to miss that big ass nigga. Like, he big as
in
fuck.
front of the crib.
Like, nigga,
T
you.
Grizzley responded to the rumors about him getting
What's
JB
that?
killed and just said,
You can see some shit dead in your face, chat. That's not true. So you think you can't be fooled by the fucking internet?
maybe he felt like
Nah,
he didn't need
for
to
real.
respond to everything. But the
You ain't
video
got
made a
to.
lot of people even more suspicious about T. And according to one source on Reddit, T Grizzley was known for being a slimy dude in Detroit before he blew up in the rap game. According to that source, T Grizzley lived in an area of Detroit called Scud Zone, which was run by a crew called RTM. RTM had beef with another set called 22 Band Crew, and rumors said that T Grizzley was involved with a 22 Band Crew member named Squid getting killed. T Grizzley also had a track with a Detroit rapper named Dex Osama, and later, T was spotted hanging out with one of the dudes who was involved with Dex Osama getting killed. There's no real dirt on T Grizzley with all of that, but it does make him sound pretty shady. Apparently, the cops
Niggas
also
say
thought
anything,
T Grizzley was
but I
sketchy
ain't-
after JB got killed.
It's low key
According
look.
to a blogger named Poetic Flacco, the chief of police told T Grizzley that he knew T was involved, but he didn't know how yet. Now that 600 Wu-Tang is going to trial, it's clear that his defense lawyer is going to try and put the case on T Grizzley. So there's no telling what kind of evidence they're going to dig up about the situation. And at the end of the day, this means that 600 Wu-Tang is already telling on T Grizzley. He might not be talking to the cops or prosecutors, but Wu-Tang must be telling his lawyer about T Grizzley. So far, there hasn't been any concrete evidence that T Grizzley was the one who got JB killed. But everything around the case makes him look really sketchy. He's not on trial for it yet, but there's no telling what's gonna happen with the 600 Wu-Tang situation. And some people think the feds are already putting an indictment together to take T Grizzley down.
Give me somebody.
Hey man, I thank y'all for watching. If you made it to the end, which I doubt if you do,